Doug and PA back with another video. So guys, I'm gonna say my piece about the whole Cheesecake Factory thing because Doug and PA worked at the Cheesecake Factory for 3 years in college. The place was great. It was a great place to work. The food was great. The my coworkers were great. The customers were great. The atmosphere was great. All of it. I had a great time. And so we're gonna cover an article about the initial incident between the man and the woman that sparked this whole thing, and then I'm going to cover an article about the 10 places where women don't want to be taken on a date. And it's crazy to me that the Cheesecake Factory is on top of that list. How'd that happen? So when we get to that list, I'll talk a little more about the Cheesecake Factory and why I'm shocked it's at the top of that list. But let's cover the initial incident in this article. Before I do that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. It's just you support me and what I'm doing over here. And let's take it all the way back to the beginning. So, woman refuses to go on a first date with a man after he takes her to the Cheesecake Factory. So this is her right here. A woman has gone viral after refusing to get out of the car on a first date when they arrived at the Cheesecake Factory. So this clip was shared on TikTok. This is her. So she starts filming out of nowhere, films this guy, and is talking to her TikTok followers the whole time. It's really sad. This TikTok has been viewed over 2.8 million times, and viewers' reactions have been wild. The woman can be seen sitting in the passenger seat of a car on a first date, but when they pull up outside the Cheesecake Factory, she says it's embarrassing and refuses to get out. Her date can be heard saying in the background that he would get out of the car and come around to open her door, but as soon as he leaves, she decides she's not having any of it. She goes as far as to lock the door so that he couldn't get back inside, shakes her head and finger at him from inside the car, guys. If you haven't seen this, please watch it. It's 6 minutes of just absolute cringe. The woman then winds down the window and says, "This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?" And she's filming this on TikTok for her TikTok followers, guys. Despite filming the interaction, her sweet date was ready to get back in the car and discuss the situation. He explains, I went into the date with expectations for myself, to keep you safe, to respect you, to pay for your food, to pick you up, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I have done. I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on a first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative. The man then reveals that the pair weren't actually meant to be going to the Cheesecake Factory, but because the woman was an hour late, guys, getting ready for a date, while he was waiting downstairs in his car for an hour, guys, the reservation ran over, and this was a backup. So she was late. She was the reason why they missed their appointment, no, their reservation at an upper scale restaurant. The woman then interrupts him, saying, "Isn't there another restaurant you can call that's equivalent to that?" She says, "You don't understand. Look at me. I can't go into the Cheesecake Factory. I will die. That's embarrassing." So the guy says, "Maybe we're not right for each other, so respectfully, I'm going to just drop you off at home." The woman appears less than impressed with that suggestion, directing her attention back to the camera, saying, "Ladies, can you believe this?" So, yeah, if you watch the video, she just couldn't believe that he would just back out of the parking space and take her home. Why would he deal with this? Why? This is a level of entitlement in the dating market, guys. This guy took his time, his money, and was going to take this woman out on a date, and she's being just awful. And women wonder why. Oh, men don't approach. Men only take women out on coffee dates. This is why, ladies. And women have all these opinions on dating when they're never going to be the ones asking men on dates, paying for food, planning stuff. All this woman had to do was show up, and she's a single mom. She's a single mom, guys. This is crazy. So people rushed to the comments to congratulate the man on dodging a bullet. One said, She couldn't even respect his time, and he was respectful. Had an itinerary, it was on time, and still had this conversation with her. Sir, come get me. Another commented, he's right for doing that. He communicated properly, was respectful, and knows his worth. I also love the Cheesecake Factory. The woman has since spoken about the viral video, saying she refused to get out of the car because a queen doesn't do that. Guys, look, I've been black in this country for 42 years, guys, and let me tell you, this is a typical thing that a black woman would say. A queen doesn't do that. In fact, if you hear any stories about this type of dating, because there there are black women that are in this whole divestment community where they're trying to leave black men and date men of other cultures. Well, they're gonna find out just like she found out because he looks Hispanic, maybe of Mexican descent. He wasn't tolerating it. No one tolerates more crap from their women than black men do. And if this is how she always acts, but she's been acting this way to black guys, and black guys let her get away with it. Guys, black men, we have to do better. We be like this guy. If someone is disrespecting you when you plan something, when you take them out on a date, pull the car out of the parking spot, drop her off at home. So this has sparked this debate about the 10 places that women don't want to be taken on a first date. List of places women refuse to go on a first date sparks massive debate. So a furious debate has been sparked on Instagram after a list was compiled by a group of women of the 28 places men shouldn't take them on a first date. So this is the original video. Look at the smug look on that woman's face. The list has begun to circulate on social media with everyone and their grandma weighing in on which entries they do and don't agree with. It was shared on Instagram on Tuesday. Some users support a handful of entries while others have rubbished the entire list. It is not clear if the entries are given in order or not. So these are all American chains. Okay, so the Cheesecake Factory. Once again, I worked at the Cheesecake Factory for 3 years, and I think it's like the Rainforest Cafe and the Cheesecake Factory are the best. And PF Chang's, Cheesecake Factory, Rainforest Cafe are the best places to take a first date because it's above chain food. Because Cheesecake Factory, they don't advertise on TV. They don't have to. They make that much money. But then it's not like Ruth Chris. And you can get good food. The ambiance is good. Servers are required to have knowledge about the menu. I had to take a 100-question test to be a server at the Cheesecake Factory. So the servers know what they're talking about. The bartenders know how to make good drinks. You can eat out on the patio. Here's a life hack, guys. If you get to the Cheesecake Factory on a busy Friday night, Saturday night, and you know your food's gonna take a long time, order your cheesecake first. They can get the cheesecake to you right away. Have your appetizer be cheesecake. I used to do that all the time. Or even better, go to the Cheesecake Factory, get some cheesecake, and if your girl has a big purse, put your cheesecake in her bag and take it into the movies. We used to do that all the time too. Nothing better than cheesecake when you're watching a movie in the theater. That's right, I said it. The Cheesecake Factory is a great place because it feels upscale. It gives the middle class upscale restaurant experience without having to break the bank. So I don't understand this whole Cheesecake Factory thing being number one on the list. Let me know your comments about it below. So I'll talk about the top 10. Applebee's. I waited tables at the at Applebee's too for 9 months. Actually, before I waited at the Cheesecake Factory, and I could agree with that. In the 2000s, Applebee's was the jam. But the last time I went to the Applebee's was, I think it was like 2 years ago, and it was awful. No, it was before the cough. So yeah, but 4 years ago, and it was awful. The food there's gross. So yeah, I could agree with Applebee's. Chili's, now guys, Doug and PA, I love Chili's, man. Chili's is great. Their food is good. So I can't agree with Chili's. Chipotle, eh, maybe like if you're doing something else on the date besides getting food, go to Chipotle. So if you're gonna go to if you're gonna go to a movie or go to a show or something, go to Chipotle beforehand. Olive Garden's fantastic, man. Olive Garden's perfect on a first date too. Like I've never had a bad experience at Olive Garden because whenever something goes wrong, they just bring me more of those beautiful breadsticks and salad. Those are the ultimate restaurant pacifier, man. Well, actually, no. If things go wrong at the Cheesecake Factory, they'll give you cheesecake. So I would put the Cheesecake Factory cheesecake, and then Olive Garden breadsticks and salad are the ultimate pacifiers. They will solve any problem. Okay. The movies, I would agree with that because you can't get to know someone during a movie. Your house, yeah, guys, don't let women know where you live on the first date. Any fast food chain, yeah, McDonald's, Burger King ain't cutting it, guys. We gotta do better than that. Buffalo Wild Wings, yeah, I would agree with that too because Buffalo Wild Wings is just really really loud, and there's a lot of sports on, and yeah, I don't know. Wingstop is on the list. Like, have I ever seen a Wingstop where you can sit and eat in there? I think all the Wingstops I've seen are takeout only. So, and then I'll do the last one. Uh, Red Lobster's great too. I love Red Lobster. Those cheese biscuits, that's what I'm talking about. But once again, I don't know how the Cheesecake Factory got on this list. Multiple celebrities have come out defending the Cheesecake Factory. Stephen A. Smith chimed in that the African American woman from the View, the lawyers, she chimed in. A bunch of people said, "Hey, Cheesecake Factory is great." So I don't know where this whole thing's coming from. But anyway, guys, take a date to the Cheesecake Factory. It's perfect. It's right at that sweet spot where you can get a high dining experience. This marble floors, marble tabletops, low ambiance. It's great. Anyway, tell me what you think about this. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.